with Razor Blade Smile in Newcastle, and then with Micronesia in Lincoln. This time he took his life in his hands and went out with the Wayward Souls, Liverpool loons, Mr. Ray's Wig World.
You hold on a minute. It's time to kick out the wigs, brothers and sisters!
It's more of an event than the word gig. A private party stroke, small informal buffet. It's more of a happening, for want of a really cliched, horrible word. Think of the scene in Hello Hello where they have the bar there and the woman comes in singing. I think it's probably along that if you exaggerate it a bit more. Hello Hello meets Apocalypse Now.
Colin Wigworld from Mr. Ray's Wig World explaining their informal, semi-secret happening at Brian's Diner last Saturday night in Liverpool. I caught up with Colin mid-afternoon for a quick potted history of Mr. Ray's Wig World.
Faster Kitty Cat Play was a 12-inch EP, came out about July '92 when we were totally unknown rather than virtually unknown, and that actually did well over the following months to the point where it's sold out now and you can't actually get it anymore. That did alright, and then we went into the studio in February into an 8-track over 2 days, did 4 tracks, 3 of which ended up on the last 7-inch EP, which was Mad Dog.
5:15, the Acorn Gallery, food, coffee and rock and roll stories.
I'd say we had a bit of an alcohol problem last year. I think we just didn't know when to stop. I think the thing that did it was we played the Powerhouse once and 2 days later we realised we'd lost half the drum kit. We never got it back. That was, I think maybe that was the thing that made us realise that we were going to carry on like this much longer. We'd have nothing to carry on with. But yeah, I suppose we did get carried away. It's when we used to be drinking Mad Dog. MD 2020 was like when you could only get it from the really low-grade off licenses that we frequent, and I think it was that which was doing the most damage.
Tell us about your snapping point as well.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Some months ago I just ended up sort of throwing virtually everything I had from one side of the stage to the other, narrowly missing Roger. I think that was another turning point in the band when I thought the time has come to take it easy. I don't know, things get on top of you without you realising them. I wasn't the most popular of people at that time.
So how many guitars have you destroyed then?
How many have I got through in the last year? At least 3, something like that. 3 or 4, but that's a bit silly really.
6:10 and I've successfully managed to avoid loading the van. I've got Roger and Mike with me in the band who I haven't met yet.
It's all about Lance.
Oh, me, yeah. My dad, Lance Rock, is one of the characters in Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Got his head chopped off at the end, which is rather unfortunate for my childhood.
I must admit I haven't seen the film, so I've got to try.
He's on Brainwash's Wife, so he's the guy who says, I'm going to take it down and crash. He did manage to sort of make it onto record one way or another.
So where's the van being begged, borrowed and stolen from then?
It's borrowed it from round the corner. Yeah. After hours and hours of phone calls and walking around knocking on people's doors, so eventually got one.
What about you, Roger? What about this Dylan covers at the age of 11?
When I was in junior school we had a little band going. We were on the sort of some kids TV program a few times doing Dylan covers and stuff like that. It was pretty groovy for 11-year-olds. It was 1960 whatever it was. Oops.
I'm flashing. I gotta get my head together. You wanna know something else? I'm gonna take it down and then crash.
Right, Mike, 20 past 8, how do you think the sound check went? Are you pleased with
20 past 8?
Yeah.
Phone my girlfriend in a minute. Yeah, it's alright. Can't hear much as usual, but I do.
What's the sort of downside of being a band at the moment? 93, money I presume.
No one bothers coming to gigs. There's no money in it. You end up sitting in a van for months on end, stuff like that.
Do you ever feel like jacking it in sometimes?
Yes and no. There's nothing, you know, I've got nothing better to do really. With its downside, I don't suppose I've really enjoyed anything else. I mean, call it a job or whatever, but it isn't.
What did you do before?
I've been all sorts of things. Used to be a dolphin trainer in Knowsley Safari Park.
How does it compare to dolphin training?
It wasn't as good as looking after the llamas.
And before you cross the road, remember, Mr. Ray loves you.
10, support band are halfway through their set. Colin, are you all ready and fired up?
As Mo Tucker said, I'm fired up, baby. Yeah, I'm rolling along. Things are grooving now. The only big complication's been the van with a big V, but other than that, it's getting there. But I think quite a few people are late turning up. We know how these things are. They probably found some like penny a pint offer, so I don't blame them for not being here.
So how long do you reckon it's going to go on then? And how long's the beer going to last, more to the point?
I don't know, until people want to stop drinking, hopefully. It's a pretty open-ended sort of event, I think. And it doesn't cost £58 for 3 days.
So how's the alcohol consumption gone tonight?
We take it easy now. I think there's like... It's like when the bomb hits is the gig and the big mushroom cloud is the alcohol payback. That's what's going to happen. I think everyone's stored up. Like, it'll be like Niagara Falls of cheap vermouth, I reckon.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the Wig-tastic Mr. Rays Wigworld! Yes, the next act, the headline act tonight is food. I'm sure they're really glad you've come to see them.
Right, the time is now 20 past 12.
Oh, blimey.
Just come off stage. You pleased with that, Colin?
Yes, I had a jolly good time. It was warm, but it was cool because there was a nice vibe. There must have been a ley line running through the stage. That's what I reckon. Ho ho.
And a nice light show from Nick as well.
Yeah, Nick on the light show. Nick Daydream. Top of the pops when it comes to spinny round. Lights make you feel ill, all that. Pictures of laundrettes and stuff. And the food is now being served.
Yeah, so what's happening now then?
Everyone's queuing up, going to have some nice veggie curry and rice. We'll now sit down, we'll all have a couple of pints and end up sitting with our arms around each other, muttering on about how great life is. You know the score, about 4-0. 4-0 for happiness, I reckon. Maybe 4-1.
Big World, faster kitty cat play. I've forgotten how good that was. And we had them in session, of course, on the programme quite a while ago. I think I was on holiday. I think you did it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a good show that night.
And I think last time the Boo Rattlers were on, I think I was on holiday.
Oh, it was a great show, that one, yeah.
Almost certainly. Right, well, we'll have another fantastic feature at this point, shall we? Gosh, it's chock full of goodies, isn't it?
Hey,